Hello there. Today I would like to do a brief video on a recent article that I wrote about real estate investing strategies without buying, flipping, or renting. So yes, it is possible to actually get in real estate without doing any of these very well-known strategies. Because at the end of the day, ask yourself, what is real estate investing? Right? And there are so many misconceptions out there what real estate investing should be. When somebody says real estate investing, you automatically think about wholesaling, rehabbing, fix and flip, or buy and holding, but then you don't take in consideration that there are other ways to invest in real estate that do not require a lot of your personal involvement. I love this quote by John Rockefeller that says, the key to success as far as investing is to own nothing but control everything. Okay, and that's what you need to start thinking outside the box. Now, you can still do your regular strategies, but to add maybe a couple of these along your career, especially if you are in a position right now that you don't want to really be involved as much anymore into the process. A lot of time, I know real estate investors that maybe are towards the later in life, and they don't want to be out there in the field or doing things or be involved in things even on a managerial level. They just prefer leaving it to somebody else. Okay, and so this is what I'm going to talk to you about right now, to just give you a sample of what this is about, what are these strategies about. So first of all, we all know about wholesaling, and one of the things I like about wholesaling is that it is one of those hands-off strategy, meaning you're not really personally involved, you're not really putting up money out there or asset or even your credit to do it. It doesn't take any money to get into wholesaling because you're really flipping the contract. And this is another thing you understand with wholesaling. You're not flipping a property, you're flipping a contract. And as long as you understand that when you write a contract on a property, you become an owner per contract and have certain rights within equitable interest, and you're fine, then you can see where this might take a different way of looking at it, right? Back in the days, 25, 30 years ago, when I started wholesaling, we were calling it flipping a contract, okay? So it was a little different about the way we looked at wholesaling. Another version of wholesaling that actually has been around for a long time is doing options instead. You can do option contracts or lease options. And again, it's a way to control property without really owning the property, because with an option agreement, you basically make a statement to the seller that you have the option to buy the property in the future. Okay, and so you're not really committing yourself to a full contract. You're going to control the option, and then if you want to back out of the deal, you back out. So you're not really fully committed. And then lease options, you work the same way. Now you can do also sandwich lease. So it's a little different clever strategy, right? And again, you control the property without having full commitment. And so it's really an option to me, is a way to really put yourself out there, control the property without owning it. Another version of doing this way, and that's been around for a long time, also called an installment land contract or a contract for deed. It kind of works the same way as an option, where you actually put the property, you give a contract for deed to the owner, basically saying to the owner, once the terms of this contract have been fulfilled, and basically you're buying the deed, you're buying the property, then you're going to give me the deed to the property. It's a little stronger stance, in my opinion, than doing an option. A contract for deed, it works the same way, but at the same token, it's a stronger instrument to secure your position on a property. Okay. Again, back in the days on contract for deed, we could also refinance a contract for deed. So it was a really great way to get a property without having the total responsibility in being on title, having an owner financing situation, and also refinance. You cannot do that anymore, not with a regular bank. Maybe some private lenders will refinance contract for deeds, but not banks. But it, to me, it works the same way as an option, but it gives you a little more of an actual ownership situation, and also makes the seller feel more comfortable that he has a more viable contract than an option. But it kind of works the same way. You can always back out of it. Now, the other one I want to talk about, which is really up and coming a lot, even for the smaller investors, is real estate investment trust. And you probably saw REIT. And basically, what a real estate investing trust is a company that purchases investment property, anything from single family to rehabs to commercial property to new development, using money from investors. So you, as an investor, you buy shares into this company, and you can have a very low entry point. There are a lot of real estate investment trusts that will take $500. So let's say that you make a commitment of $500 a month. Instead of going to savings, you go into a real estate investment trust and you start purchasing into property, and you get paid a dividend. And also, when they sell the property, a lot of times they will give you a percentage of the property. One of the good companies that I personally deal with is called Fundrise. I'm not endorsing them. I'm just saying this is some company that be doing really great with this type of program. It's called Fundrise, but again, I'm not endorsing them. I'm just mentioning an example. And I think their entry point is only $500. And so basically they take the money from the investor, and then they have enough capital. They buy an apartment building, they do a new development, and so forth. And you can choose which developments you can put your money. Okay, so again, very hands-off. I know people that, doctors, dentists, actually my own dentist also invested in it. He said he loves it because he doesn't have the time to really deal with the management or the overseeing of a real estate business. And now, finally, but not least, is real estate syndication. This is something that I have done personally for about 20 years. And basically, you connect with people that have money. Could be that are already your clients from your other business, or from your wholesaling business, or connections that you have through work. And you put your money together as private lenders, and then you go out and do investments. So it kind of works like a real estate investment trust, but it's more on a personal and private level, and you have more control. And again, it's a way to also diversify. But again, if you don't want to do it yourself, you don't want to be responsible for the syndication, there are a lot of companies out there that like to work with investors, especially if you have IRAs and so forth, that you can invest and do a syndication model. And it's another way to really get into real estate without buying, fixing, or flipping, or renting, and still get good returns for your money, much more than you probably get on your IRA. So I just wanted to share with you a few things here to get you into thinking outside the box. So if you are at the point in your life that you say, I'm really appealed about real estate, but I don't want to have to do everything myself, and I want to get into real estate, without having to do everything myself, or without having to oversee a business. These things I talked about are a great way to do it. Wholesaling, we love it because we can set it on automated pilot. It's all virtual right now. We run it 95% hands-off anyway, so it makes bigger checks. And then I take some money from my wholesaling business and invest it into real estate investment trust. That's what I'm personally doing right now. So I take about 20% of every deal that I make with wholesaling, which I've automated anyway, and then take the money and put in a trust. So I have the best of both worlds, right? Because I have money coming in from my business that's fully automated and gives me the bigger chunks of checks that everybody likes. And then I take the money and invest into a trust where I get anywhere. On some project, I got 14-15% return last year. Plus, when they sell, I'm going to get the percentage on the sale. And then some other projects, I got about 8%, but still it's better than my IRA accounts and my stocks right now. So I just wanted to share with you this information here. And if you want to get more information, I do have an article on my blog about the specific topic, which it says about real estate investing strategy without buying, fixing, and wholesaling. And also you can download an ebook if you go to my site, and I have a lot of great free information as well that will give you a more comprehensive idea about the strategies to establishing your real estate business. It's a 7-steps system to establish a real estate investing business. So check out my website at www.lauraalameri.com, or also I have another site that you can check out as well and get all the information. So take care.